I must say I am a considerate wife who can bear with all the downsides and glad to see my husband fulfill his wish. Hi there, I am Brenda. Welcome back to my channel. This series is all about my first month experience in Perth, and today I'm going to talk about how we ended up buying a motorcycle. So without further ado, let's get started. So during the last week before coming to Australia, my husband managed to get his large motorcycle vehicle license. And the reason for doing this is because, well, in Taiwan, motorcycle is not permitted on highways. But here in Australia, motorcycle can access both highways and expressways. Therefore, buying a motorcycle is the must-do for my husband in Australia. However, we would definitely need a car later. So we were actually caught between buying a motorcycle first or the opposite. So in this case, making a pros and cons table will help us make the wise decision, I suppose. Okay, so what are the advantages of buying a motorcycle? First, what I can think of is number one, there's no parking fees. Unlike driving a car, you have to prepay the tickets at the nearest parking meter, and the fees may differ based on different areas or locations. There are designated motorcycle parking space for motorcycle, and you don't have to pay for the parking fee. Number two, a motorcycle is definitely cheaper than a car. And number three, I can help my husband to tick his must-do list in Australia, which is to ride a motorcycle on highways. So when it comes to the downsides, number one, there is no aircon, so it would be scorching hot in the summer. And number two, we will be exposed to the sun in the summer, and it will be freezing cold in the winter, not to mention if it's raining. And number three, there is no trunk to carry grocery and daily necessities. I must say I am a considerate wife who can bear with all the downsides and glad to see my husband fulfill his wish. Okay, it's not the only reason to do so. We did inquire about the price of our target car at different car dealers and car brokers as well. Some of you might have already known that there is a waiting time for new cars ranging from 3 to 8 months depending on the brand. However, some brands or some types of cars you can drive away at once, which means they are not quite popular here. And it also means that maybe you're not interested in them as well. So when it comes to used cars, the price is quite expensive, some of which are even much more expensive than the new ones. Because you can drive away at once, you don't have to wait, it's ridiculous. So at this point, we went for buying the new motorcycle first and plan to buy a car if we find a great deal for the new car. So now I'm going to share how we ended up buying a Kawasaki Ninja 650L. Actually, at first, what we are looking for was a Kawasaki Falcon S. And you ask me why? Because it was a Kawasaki and it was the cheapest one displayed on site. With a international driver license, you can request for a test ride. The staff was really helpful. He suggested that my husband do a test ride for Falcon S Ninja 400 and Ninja 650 in order to tell the difference. I am by no means an expert on this, however, I can briefly explain the difference. So the first thing to figure out was that a Vulcan S or a Ninja. There are two considerations for this. The first one is riding purpose. If more of your time you will be riding on open country road, then choose Vulcan S. And then if more than half of the time you will be riding in a city surrounding, then Ninja will be a suitable selection for you. The second one is the riding posture. Vulcan S is a cruiser style, which means the riding position is more than a reclined one, with the rider leaning back toward the rear. And on the other hand, for Ninja is a sportive style, and to put it simply, it is similar to riding a scooter with the rider sitting with their back upright. So in this case, the riding purpose for us is 50-50, and my husband is more into a sportive style. So we decided we will opt for a Ninja. Okay, so next, a Ninja 400 or a Ninja 650. Considering I'll be sitting at the back, Ninja 400 will not have enough power for doing this. So we ended up buying a Ninja 650. Since we bought a motorcycle under an international driver's license, we can only get a Kawasaki Ninja 650L, which means lames. Actually, the only difference between a 650 and a 650L is that a 650 is a full power edition, whereas a 650L is put under restriction to limit its power and torque. LAMES is an abbreviation of Learner Approved Motorcycle Scheme, which means you can only ride a motorcycle with a maximum engine capacity of 660cc. Once the international driver's license is transferred to a WA full driver's license, the LAMES approved license will be automatically transferred to a R Class 1. Having an R Class license means that you can ride motorcycles with an engine capacity exceeding 660cc. We found out this when my husband was transferring his driver's license at a DOT counter. And we also confirmed with the motorcycle dealer that we can restore the engine to full power by lifting the restriction. Okay, it's all for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.